Howdy y'all, and welcome to Jab Plays. Today we're picking up on the free-to-play Platoon challenge. What is the free-to-play Platoon challenge? I'm glad you asked. There's 3 simple rules. 1, it's 3 friends playing together in the same tank in a platoon. 2, spending no money. That's right, no money, no gold, no premium tanks, no premium period. 3, we must unlock 1 tier 7 tank per nation. That is the goal. In the last video, we unlocked the Sherman, and we're playing it today. We're hoping to push to the Easy-8. Will we be able to get it done in this episode or not? Only one way to find out. Look at that, first battle of the day and we got a W. Learned a valuable lesson. Hiding behind that rock back there really doesn't give you a whole lot of protection. Maybe I needed to be a little bit further back to get concealment from the trees, and I didn't play that right. I almost died in there, and I managed to use my hit points and spare myself to put myself in a position to get dark on the map and then become useful for my team, and we ended up pulling out a victory because of it. Lessons learned. This is a new map to us, and we're not exactly sure where to go, so we're going to go off to the left to see if we can make heads or tails of this. This may not go so hot for us because we don't know the map. First L of the day. They come and they go. Basically, I'm going to chalk that up to not knowing how the map's designed or laid out and where to go or not to go. Basically, I think sometimes in World of Tanks, if you're sitting in one place too long and you're not paying attention to the mini-map and seeing what's going on, you're falling behind, right? I think that sometimes there has to be some steady movement, and, you know, forward progress is progress. Standing still is falling behind. Looking at the map and the team composition, we feel like the best opportunity for us to get a W in this situation is to pull around to the left, go to the extreme left side of the map, go over the railroad tracks, and whatever happens, happens, yo. Another W for the good guys. So remember when I was talking about, you know, hey, sitting in one spot too long is not good and we need to be moving forward? Well, there's another saying that goes along with the World of Tanks, is that sometimes if you're moving too fast, you hurt your team. And here's an example of me overextending and trying to get to a choke point, taking too much damage once I get there. And yeah, I basically let my team down because of it. Lessons learned. We took an L on that last match, basically for exactly what I described. World of Tanks is a funny thing, right? You can't go too slow because you cost your team. You can't go too fast, right? You have to find that spot in the middle, and I think that's the one thing about playing this game, is that as I'm playing, I'm learning where we need to push and where we don't need to push. And the other thing is communication. And paying attention to the mini-map is something that I'm getting better at, and I'm going to strive to get better. Hey, got a W. Alright, we're on this map over here, and it looks like the smart thing is to go up the right side of the map and try to get in that tree land and see if I can snipe those guys that are going to be up on the hill or not. In theory, I think this is a great idea, but until I try it in execution, we're going to find out. Let's see if I'm right or wrong on this. We took a big L on that, and I learned a valuable lesson. In that position, if you're spotting, that's great. However, trying to shoot on those guys on the hill is not a good thing, because it's simply this. If they get spotted, they can roll back behind the hill and I can't shoot them. However, if I get spotted in that position, there's nowhere for me to hide. So if you're spotting, that's great. If you're shooting, you're better off trying to get into the forest, and you can roll back and down the hill. Learn a valuable lesson. Won't make that mistake again. Remember earlier when we were talking about we took a L because we were playing on a map that really didn't know anything about, and the angles and everything like that? However, we're playing on this map that I feel very comfortable on, and we always seem to go around this side to the right. We're on this side, or to the left, we're on the other side. And it's simply this. I understand the angles on the map, and here's the thing. When you're playing with a group of people, don't clump up together. Get different angles, that way you can get different shots. Got a W. Things are looking good. Yay. We get to play against Tier 6. And a little concerned. We're going to go off to the left, but the one thing I'm concerned is there's that big bush on the hill over there, and it doesn't look like we got a light going over there, and I'm afraid to go up there because I'm afraid that Super Chappie's going to go up there and I'm going to waste my life. But on the other hand, I don't know if I can hold this flank or not by myself. Let's see how this works out. Hey, look, now I get a chance to avenge myself. We're back on this map. Let's see if I learned my lesson from last time we played, and let's see if we can play a little differently. We took a big L on that last battle. The side that I was on, the flank that I was on, there really wasn't anything that I could do to help. I should have repositioned. I learned a valuable lesson there. Sitting there in that bush right there is only temporary. You're only seeing if people are crossing or if they're going to try to go underneath the wall there and punish them for it. If they're not doing, then you need to go into a position where you can help your teammates inside the factory. Lessons learned. Looks like I learned my lesson. We got a W out of that. And that's because I didn't rush into a position I couldn't get out of. I didn't throw away my hit points early. And I helped my team win. Just remember, it's about doing your best to help the team win, not about who can get the most medals. Because at the end of the day, we got to work together and we're trying to get to tier 7. On this map, we normally would run down the hill, up the hill, and then across. We're going to try something different. We're going to set up a defense, and if there's no defense, then we'll take that defense and push it into an offense. Is this going to work? Only one way to find out. Looks like our plan worked out. We got a W out of the thing. We took defense and turned it into offense and turned it into a W. Now on this map, we're gonna go over to where the blimps are, and we're gonna see if I can use the lesson that I learned about that that little hidey hole up there that you can get into. But before I'm going to do that, I'm going to spot a little bit into the middle, see if there's any cheeky shots that I can get off to get some damage to help my team. And then after I'm going to do that, I'm going to see if there's anybody in that hidey hole, and if I got to, I'll clear it out, and then we'll go from there. The one thing I'm worried about is Artie. Should I be worried about Artie? I don't know if I should or not, but I got a funny feeling it's looking for me. I was right about two things. One, there was someone in the hidey hole and we got him out. Two, Artie was looking for me and it found me. However, we did get the W. On this map, we're going to go off to the left, and I'm going to see if I can do the same thing and support my team by spotting and cleaning up kills. Let's see if it works or not. Took an L on that last one, and to be honest, some of it is my fault. I got myself in a position to spot, however, I overestimated the cover over there, and I thought I was in clear cover when I went to jump on that guy. Come to find out, no, my back end was wide open for the taking, and they took it. Learned a lesson. Won't make that mistake again. Hey, we're on mines. We're gonna go take the donut, and then once you secure the donut, we'll go from there. And just like that, we unlocked the Easy-8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the crew out of the Sherman, retrain it. That way we can keep our skill levels going, and it doesn't cost us anything because we haven't unlocked the first skill level yet. And that's a pro tip. We're going to equip this bad boy with a gun rammer, a turbo, and vents. Not sure if this is the right decision to do that or not, but we're going to do that. And on top of that, I think we're going to get camo for it too. And then we're going to take it on its maiden voyage. Let's see what happens. Man, we're going to be tested right out of the gate. A KV2, an M6, and an OI, plus all that TD damage over there. We're just going to have to brawl in the city and sit in the back and take our shots and hope things work out. We're in a stock tank. If we had an upgraded gun, we'd have a fighting chance, but I'm concerned this isn't going to go well. teammates ended up pulling a W out for me, and I feel like I did my part to help. The plan was to brawl, and I tried to brawl, and I found that there were just a couple of nuts I couldn't crack. So I made the decision to reposition and see if I could find other targets. And I'm glad that I did, because I felt like if I continued to play with that KV2, I would have been toast. Hey, can we make it 2 for 2 now? Teammates picked me up, dragged me to a W. I'll take it. I'm a little concerned on this battle. We're playing with tier 7, and there's those stupid Ares tanks up there. I've heard rumors that these things are nasty. I have not played against it firsthand. Let's see how this goes. I have some serious concerns about this, and we'll talk about it later. Hey, same map, second time. Let's see if we can avenge ourselves. Took a L, but I got 2 valuable lessons out of it. One is, don't go around the hill that way, because you leave yourself open for shots across from the middle, which is exactly what happened. And 2, the Ares tank does shoot extremely fast. However, it's a little damage at a time. You can gut it. It's gonna gut you, but you can hurt it. Don't be afraid of it. Just don't take it on when it's on full health. Another W for the day. Oh boy. We get to face tier 8s. There are some chunky boys over there, and I hope they're fighting in the factory. We're not going into the factory because I don't want to run into those tiers 8s. We're going to go to the left side, and I'm going to see if I can support my people, get a kill or two, and then find other things to jump on. Not exactly sure how this is going to work. If those tier 8s are going to be on this side, it's going to be a rough day for Jab. We have the 50-50 shot that we were going to run into him in the very beginning. We lost the coin flip. And to be honest, I couldn't figure out what to do in that situation. And, you know, basically fear of paralysis was, I was like that bunny rabbit just sitting there taking it. Yeah, next time I'll do what I did when we were running into KV2 and I'll just reposition. I thought that we could pull it out, and yeah, I made the wrong decision, and yeah, we got curb stomped is a good way to say it. Alright, this is the last battle of the day. Guys, if you've made it this far, you guys are rock stars, and I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate all the comments that you guys are making, and I appreciate all the views. Hey, what line do you think we should go to next after we get to our tier 7 here? Alright, in this battle, we're gonna do what we've been doing, and we're gonna play as a team. Gonna pay attention to the mini map, and let's see if we can pull a W out and end up on a W. Will we? Only one way to find out. All right. If I don't see you between now and then, have a fantastic weekend, and as always, happy farming.